This is Zena from Chic Is Me. We wanted to come on today for another segment of the Bespoke Blazer Project. Of course, most of you who join this channel or see this have been seeing this series that I'm creating. Hold on, get this for you. Know that I'm working on a tailored double-breasted blazer, and I'm working on this. This is the pattern, Vogue 1927. So I already cut out my pattern pieces. I've cut the entire thing. I've also cut the lining. All of it is cut. The only thing I have left to cut are pieces 9, 7, let's see, 5, 7, at 5, 7, 8, and 9. And that's because those pieces need interfacing. So what I will do today is go ahead and lay that interfacing down. It will be the first time I'm using this type of interfacing. It's called weft. So I'll be laying that down, cutting it, and I will also go ahead and adhere the interfacing to the fabric. What is on the plate today? So on the plate today, I decided to take a look at what is next, and that is making my markings. If you're in the class, you know that Carol requested that we have at least one of these books. This is one of them, and the other one is a Reader's Digest. Well, I went to the library and I got these two books. Now, this is the exact one of them, but this one is not. This is what they had. But it's the Vogue Butterick Step-by-Step Guide to Sewing Techniques. So what I'm not sure of is if it's close to the actual Vogue book that she also showed. But what I'm particularly looking for in this book right now are Tailor's Tacks. So I happened to just go on YouTube just to see how some people actually do them. Hi, thank you for joining. Go ahead and share the live and like and subscribe if you haven't. So what I have decided to do is go into these books and see what I see. So I'm gonna do this one first because it's not the book that she wanted, and I want to see if it even has anything. Okay. Markings. I'm looking for markings. It does not have markings. And maybe that's the reason why she wanted us to have the other book. I don't see anything in this book about markings. So let's check the other book. And then I'm going to show you some things that I found in the books that I already own. So this one is the tailoring book. And I'm looking for markings. So this book, so here's a section on the interfacing, so I will mark that page so I will know how to go back and read that. And there's a place in here for the shoulder pads. I'll mark that one. Marking tools. So I have the marking tools, but the question is tailoring or Tailor's Tack, and I don't see it. So maybe she wanted us to read this book for other items. I have the book that she wanted us to have on order, but it hasn't come yet. So I'm gonna start by looking at some of the books that I already own. This one is called Sewing 911, Practical and Creative Rescues for Sewing Emergencies. So I'm gonna see if it has anything in here about, this is what it looks like. And I forgot how I got it. Somebody was online, online, and they were doing something, and they said that they use this book frequently. So I only buy books when I think they're going to help me or be able to serve a purpose. Hi, thank you for joining. If you don't mind, go ahead and like the live and share it out. So in this one, I'm looking for markings or either Tailor's Tacks. And I don't see it. I don't see it in here either. Hello, hello, thank you for joining. Yep. Nothing in that one. Next book is very old. It's the Better Homes and Gardens sewing book. It is a actual notebook. It's a 3-ring, no, what is this? It's a 5-ring binder, but it is old. I think this was printed in the 70s. I think. It might be earlier than that. Oh, this is the book. I got this one from a thrift store some years ago, and I've had to actually use it a couple of times. But this book doesn't say how old it is, but I can tell it is old. So it doesn't have, yes it does. It has a page in contents in the front, and I'm looking for markings. Okay, this one even shows how to make a muslin. Hand stitches used in tailoring, which is in chapter 12, page 229. Hi, thank you for joining. This is about a blazer project that I'm doing. I have a class that I'm attending on sewing a pattern, double-breasted blazer pattern. Hold on. And I'm at the next step, and I'm getting ready to do my markings. And the instructor has asked us to use certain media to accomplish that. But I don't have mine yet, and one of the books that she's told us to use doesn't have the markings in it that I can see. So the ones that I do need, I'm trying to find. But I'm looking through my books that I have to see if I can find anything on that particular item. So it's telling me to go to chapter 12, and let's see. Bust, dressmaker, assembling, cutting. I'm looking for markings. And the one that I'm looking for is Tailor's Tacks. Hi, thank you for joining. and they're not here. But what I do see is something that I've heard about. It's called the catch stitch. So I'm going to mark this page as well in this book so I can come back to it, because she did mention something about catch stitching. So I do at least have it now in case I need it. Hello, hello. Thank you for joining. So that's this book, very old book. I wish I would know when it was printed. It's that old. All right. The next book is called How to Sew with Over 80 Techniques and 20 Easy Projects. So let's see. Hand stitching is on pages 6 through 13. So let's start with there because it's got a few other places. Let's see what's in here. These are, looks like these are appliques. Yep, that's applique. So what's the next one? 18 through 22. Nope, that's not what I need. 24 through 33. Nope. 38 through 45. Nope. All these stitches here are for doing these types of projects that's in the book. So I won't be using that book. Next book is called The Complete Book of Sewing by, who is this by? DK Publishing. Let's see. Okay. Darts, tucks, pleats, and gathers. But hand stitching is on 72. Let's try there first. Okay, hand stitching, tying a knot, rolling a knot, knot and back stitch. Working Tailor's tag. Hey, we found one. Okay. So there's 3 steps according to this. This is the book that I found it in. Oops. On page 73, right there. So I'm going to hold this page and see if I can find some other examples. Next one is going to be the sewing book. Stitches, Techniques, Patterns, and Projects. This one is by Allison Smith. And this is quite new. It's by DK Publishing as well. Let's see if she has hand stitching. Doesn't say, but we're gonna try page 106, which leads us to darts. Let's see what she's got. Darts, tucks, pleats, and gathers. Now she's got Tailor's Tacks on these examples, but she doesn't show how to do a Tailor's tack. Okay, so that one's out of the running too. Next book is by my girl Nancy Zeman. Now this one is an older book as well. Let's see what she's got in this book. It's called Sewing A to Z. This one. It is a hardcover, but it has wire rings on the inside. So let's see if she's got some Tailor's tacks in here. Hand stitching, let's see. Let's try page 66. For those of you who are in the class with me and you are watching this as a replay, boy, Carol has given it to us. 66 is markings, but she shows markings with a straight pin. So that book is out. So the last book I have, it's going to be one of my tried and true. This is one of my first books that I ever bought. And it is Simplicity's Simply the Best Sewing Book. This one I would go to all the time back in the day when I started. It's got a permanent crease where it got folded. Anyway, this is by the Simplicity Pattern Company. Let's see, choosing your sewing philosophy. Measuring. Well, if you're looking for advanced stuff, you may as well take Carol's thought on it. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. Get what she's telling you to get if you don't know how to do these stitches. Marking, page 66. Let's see what's on page 66. Marking methods: fabric marking pens, water-soluble marking pens, evaporated or air-soluble marking pens. This one, tracing paper, dressmaking, hand or basting stitches. Press marking. Okay, so this one doesn't have Tailor's tack either. Hello. Thank you for joining. Well, that's a total strikeout. So what I'm gonna do is, what's this one? I marked this one for, this one's for catch stitching, so that's probably for hemming. So I'm gonna leave that one out, put the rest up, and then there was this one. So these are the two books, along with these two from the library, I will be using. So for right now, what I want to do is try on a piece of fabric how to, what is this one called? This area on piece, what is this piece here? Side, piece 2, which is the side. So on the video that I watched, it showed how you can mark your hemline or another type of line that may be on the pattern. On this particular piece, there is a line above the hemline, and it's called the line for cutting your lining. So I actually need to go ahead and cut that off now, because this is the lining, but so I'll know that it's cut right. Okay. Okay, so that's done, but what I want to do is actually take this piece and practice on marking a hemline. So hold on. So I don't want to destroy the pattern. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to put some tape on the pattern piece. And you'll see why in a minute. Hello, hello. Thank you for joining. So what I did was I took a piece of tape and I taped all the way across that cut line for piece number 2, because I don't want to destroy the pattern. When I trace a pattern off, I intend to use it again. So I've already preserved the original tissue, and so when you're doing markings, it actually tears it up. So what I'm gonna do is go ahead and place the this particular piece on some scrap fabric, same fabric I'm using for the blazer itself. It's a chocolate crepe, and I'm gonna pin it down in place. Then got my embroidery floss. Is this one continuous piece? I think it is. So I'm just going to draw off that much. And then, let's see. It's got, I think it's got 4 strands. I think. So this one has 6 strands, is that right? Yeah, 6. So according to we can take out what we need. It doesn't have to be a whole lot, and it doesn't have to be really thick, but I'm going to take off 2 strands. There we go. That's the 4, so I'll leave those there. And this is the 2. Now, I did go and look up what type of needle to use when using embroidery thread. So I did go by Hobby Lobby this morning, and I got what's called Crewel, Crewel. So if you're looking for some and you want to use them, they are in Hobby Lobby under the Sewology brand, $1.49 for 12. So I took one out, and the needle is quite massive from a regular hand needle. I don't know if you guys can see it, but I'm going to turn the eye, so hopefully you can see the eye in it. I think that's it. Is that it? There it is. Okay, so that's the eye. It's quite big. And I'm going to go ahead and thread it. And according to the video I saw, all you're going to do is pull it through and even up the edges. Like so. Even up the edges so that when you cut, you're going to have even edges, even mark at the end. Okay, so what she did, let me see if I can put you down where you can see. Nope. Can you see that? So here's the scrap piece of fabric, and the pattern is just pinned down on there. So what she did was she went through the bottom and she came through on the she was actually on the hemline for this particular piece that she was doing. She came up once here, and she left about a good inch, I think she said. Okay. She went through maybe an eighth of an inch and came back through. And she left a loop. You see, that's why we practice. So it came all the way out. Let's try that again. I'm glad I didn't do this on the fabric. Okay. In, leave an inch, back through, and leave a loop, like so. Just like that. I'm hoping you guys can see that. Then she went in the middle. And she pulled it at that point, so it's taut. See that? Okay. And then she went back down and she leaves a loop. Just like that. And then she went to the end. She pulled it taut. If I'm doing this right, I'm gonna be so happy. And then she went back down through the bottom and she left a loop. Okay. All right, so got 3 loops. She cut the loops in half, like so. And then on the other side, she cut away and left a tail on those. Now mine are kind of big first time, but you get the idea. So what happens next? Cut the needle away. And then what she did do is she actually lifted up and she separated just a little bit. I don't know if you can see what I'm doing, but she separated a little bit. Just a little bit. And then she pulls the pattern off. I hope I'm doing this right. Pattern is off. And now what's gonna happen is somehow I am supposed to, how did she do that? This is supposed to come off. And you're supposed to have markings on, you're supposed to have thread on this side and thread on that side. So let me see if I can figure that out. So if I separate two, let's see. This is why we practice. I'm going to do it this way, see if I get it. So I'm going to separate the threads and pull through one of them. And then figure out which one it is that I pulled. Doggone it. I pulled it out. Ugh. Let me see if I can figure out the other one. This is going to take some practice. Especially if you're going to do it, mark a hemline like she did. I might have to look again. Just to see. Okay, one there and one here. Is that right? Okay, let's try this side. Did I do it right? No. But anyway, either way, wait a minute. I may have it. I might have it on this one. Am I? Will I? Not all the way right, but I did get some of it. So, in case you can't see, I was semi-successful. It's going to take some work. I'm going to do that pen. Hello, thank you for joining if you're new. I might have to go back to the video to see what I did wrong, but I think I have the general idea of how to leave it on to leave a tailor's mark on a hem. I think. We're gonna see. Yep. Didn't do that one either. Wait a minute. Let me see. I got it on this one too. No, I didn't. But anyway, you get the gist idea. So one of them came out almost right. This one. So I have half of a marking on this side and then a full marking on the other side. Can you see that? So it's going to take some work. I'm going to go back and review the video that I saw. And hopefully Carol might see this video. She might chime in. But it doesn't hurt to practice if you've never done it. I think I know this is my first time ever doing any of the stuff that I'm doing. So it's all a learning experience for me. Sorry, I wasn't in camera. I'm sorry, but I wanted to show you guys what I was doing. So for those of you that came along and watched what I was doing, I was working on learning how to do Tailor's Tacks for a blazer project that I'm doing. And it's a way to mark your markings for your buttonholes and your darts and your buttonholes, darts, and pleats if you have them. But in this particular pattern, it's gonna be just darts up here, darts in the princess seam area, and then the 6 buttons that are needed. So thank you for joining in while I learn how to do something new. And as always, y'all be blessed.